Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Tech Mishra ji, and with a new series, new project which we are going to. I'm very excited first of all. So today we are going to discuss and do a live session of creating a CI/CD pipeline on a very simple Node.js application which we are going to configure, execute using our previous video self-hosted GitHub Runner. So what are our basic requirements? We need one GitHub repository, then we need a action runner, and a few more things. So let's do this. Okay. So initially, so our basic idea here is we will create an application which will consist of few files, which I can show it here. So this is going to be our um, repository name. Then we will create one deploy YAML pipeline for the GitHub Actions runner. Then an application for Node.js, a server. Then we will test it via the unit test. And few more packages we will create. And this particular, the modules will be downloaded during the execution or deployment from the GitHub Action runners, and it will be pushed to our repository. And this will be a very basic, but clearing your concept is very much important. So we will try to do everything in one go without taking any break. So let's start with creation of a repository. Okay. So first we will create a new repository. And as we discussed, we are going to give it a name. So we will use this name and let me give some, something we'll give. Okay, let's put a README file, create repository. We'll keep it as a publicly accessible for now, so that later we can anyone can use it. Great. So first stage is done. Now what we need to do is we need to can we see do we have a GitHub runner running here? No, because the runner which we configured that was for other repository because we have not configured the runner on the organization level, as I told in the previous. So we will deploy a new GitHub runner so that if you missed my previous video, you can do it and you can execute it. So let me do it very quickly. And I'm not gonna explain that. Uh, so what I'm going to do is, and I'll give this 02, and let me go here to more and settings. I'm not much of a talking person, so I like, doing the work silently and completing everything. But since I have to tell you guys how important this is to understand, so we are going to do this, and then the stage will be this one. I want to be very clear to everyone. So that's why the reason is I'm opening, keeping the terminal at one side, the browser, and from where I'm copying the command for runner on the other side. This will be do the checksum, and let's do this. So this will not take much time because we have already, done the update and patch and upgrade everything to our Ubuntu machine. So this will just uh, extract the files and put it into a folder named actions runner 02, and then we are going to execute it, install it, start it, and just check the status, and we will get back to the thing where we will start configuring and writing our workflow action items, then our application for the Node.js, then the server and the node module, everything. So I have all the codes ready with me, and then we will see how we're going to proceed. Great. So tar is done. What next? This one, we have to install it. Let's do this. Let's not waste of much of the time and default leave it to done. Great. We are back here. We can do leave it to. We will deploy the file in this folder itself so that we can, whenever we want, we can, uh, 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 let's mkdir ci cd. I will give this ci cd and mkdir, the same repository name which we have created for our app. Okay, so let's do this. And okay, now we are in that. So what we are going to do, we'll start with a package JSON, what to install and where to install. So we will go back to our code base, okay, and we'll create a new file. What is this? So this is we're giving the application name CI/CD demo, GitHub Runner demo, and then just few test files, node server.js. This will start with this, the package, and few dependencies we are mentioning here. I will commit this change and in the main branch itself. Great. Next file we will create app.js. So create new file and commit changes. Wait, before that, let me put the application codes here. So what we are doing, require express. This is one of the package which we need. We are putting a constant app express app.get request, and this will WSL pipeline success. This will just throw a message onto this that the application is running inside the pipeline. Wow. Now let's push it to the repository and done. Now we will write a code for the server, and this is the file we have created. Let's put similar kind of setup for this. So this will run onto the port number 3000 and it will console.log into the console of our self-hosted GitHub Action Runner. This will put up a server running on HTTP localhost and the port number will be 3000. We are just doing a basic configuration so that it will run. Now, one last file which we need to create is uh, this is a JavaScript file for this will verify and this will ensure that your code works before the deployment, right? So what it check this response code text to contain whether WSL runner is running everything. So these are the basic requirements which we have almost done now. Then the last part comes as a pipeline for the CI/CD. We'll create one last file here and the content I will explain you what we are doing. So main, whenever something is pushed into the branch main, this will trigger on the self-hosted actions, install a test npm. So this will install all the packages required for node npm install, npm test, then deploy self-hosted, kill old server and start new every time whenever something will happen. For F user, 3000 TCP protocol will be used and then notify in this code. So this will throw up the message and then we will be good. Okay. Now let's save this file and let's commit these changes into the main branch. So right now we have not configured it. So we need to do some configuration part as well into our repository. So clear, we have to install Git. Um, because we have to first make sure that this particular repository is configured to our this pipe, this folder. I was very bad, and sometimes I forgot the words. Apt. Let me see if I have Git or not. Git version, yes, I do have. Then what? So let's set this up. So git config global dot email, and I'll give done, and let's verify if it has been saved or not. Great. This is done. Now we have to uh, do a clone this repository from GitHub to this Ubuntu server. And for that, we have to do a cloning. So it is going to be something like, let me show you. There is an option, copy path. We'll go to here, and then we will get an option, SSH, or we will go with HTTPS. So we'll copy this and git clone this particular path. So now ls, see, cd my ls. So this has come ll. So all of the files, whatever we have created into the repository, it's been came here now. And this is linked to the repository. Okay, what next? We have to install few dependencies here, like npm, whether we have it or not. Run this command in Ubuntu terminal inside your repository. So we'll start with npm install. Okay, but before that, we need to check whether our cd dot. We have not started our GitHub Actions runner 2. cd actions 02 ll. So sudo svc svc install. Okay, clear dot this done cd 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 ll. That's bad. Well, okay, so we are back to the square one. Now our actions are running, everything is working. What we need to do is Let's go and see. Okay, so this is already started 5 minutes back. Build and test, install and test. So as we have written in our cat.github cd.github cd close. Okay, what's happening here? We have missed one thing. We have not installed npm install. So npm install. Since npm is missing out here, let's see that. Can we fix user app data log? Fine. So let me copy a new session here, npm install and fix it. What is the error message which I have got and which stage it is? So it failed in build and test. Deploy was the secondary. So install and test. I've got an error message which is this. So let's sort this out. What does this error message say? Older version of Global not supported. So it says we have the older version, so we need to fix it. How do we fix it? So let's do it. So these are a few fixes which we are doing to fix the older version of Node, which was installed in our Ubuntu machine. And then VM directory was not working. So let's go on top, clear. And now let's see, what is the node version I have? V24.14. Wow. So let's do this. Workflows. We have to go inside too. Okay. And remove one file which is called for recursive forcefully node underscore modules, and here we have to packages, log.json. So this file I need to delete, which is gone now. So and copy, done. Now we have to restart this WSL. So sudo to take the changes effect. but that's fine. Okay. Already exists. Okay. This is what I was looking. So, so now we are going to check the app deployment by pushing a small configuration to, but before that, let me just verify if my runner is working properly. This is for two. Let me delete this. Actions runner two. Great. So, what I'll do is in my README file, I'll update something like I'll remove this dot. Oh shit, let's see. What does it say? This time we need to find out if it's working good or not. It's the same place last time when the install and test was failed and could not determine Node.js install directory. Why so? So npm install home. This is some error which is putting me into trouble. So need to find out what's happening. So I think I have to install the npm here inside this, and then I should give it a try. This is what says that the runner is the npm is missing. And where is my code base? My code base is here. So I have to install it here. So right now, if you see, this is executing to install the npm. Let me do it manually, and then we will see what happens. Okay, something happening. Okay, let's see which node. Okay, we are good. So again, we need to copy. Done. So and from here, run search. npm test. We have to make it like WSL hyphen shutdown. So I'm not able to find WSL here, so what to do? If not, let's find out. WSL less running. Oh, this will not work, so the best. Yes, WSL shutdown. But that's a Windows command, not the Ubuntu one. Wait, let's wait for 5 seconds, something. Sometimes it feels like we are, okay, so this is powered off, and now let's shut it down. This one. Okay, now what? So we'll go with this and sudo mm, svc start. Great. Now we have that. So npm node, and node we will check uh, which node. Okay, great. Now let's go back here to the code base and again make a change here into this. This time we will put a dot at the end of the line. Now let's check the actions. Hopefully this should run this time because we have configured the node is present, npm is present. Taking good amount of time. What we can do, how we can check. Hmm, There's nothing for us. We have to wait and watch. Okay, see, this is happening this time. Last time it was failing install and test, so it is installing this time. So this is something which we have to always look wherever you are running your node, that node has to be installed there. So there are two ways. Either you manually install the node into your runner, which I did when it was not working on the automated way. Git version, everything is there. And what happened? Is it again failed? Where? Oh, hmm, weird. But this time the error is something different, not the previous one. So that we can see. But this is a good learning, right? whenever you spend some time on creating some kind of project for other people, so it says the pathing issues, the UNC paths are not supported, defaulting to Windows directory. Run the test solution. This is my terminal. So there is some config path, which is one file missing, and copy paste. Yes, we have saved this, perform a hard reset, and to do a hard reset, again we have to do this. Great. We have started. Now let's run this again. Let's go and do some modification, which we can do it from here. So cd ci my apps, my apps, vi readme insert end. So I've done the changes. Now we have to push this. So let's see, git status. Your branch is up with one because we modified this. So we will do git add dot and then commit the changes. So git commit. This is the message. Test the deploy pipeline. Okay. So let me copy this and give my name, email ID, and also we will set my global name to this is done. Now create git push origin main. We have to sync. So I think it will not go because password I have forgot. So I have to do this by some way. So that I will fix it later. I have to assign a path personal access token here. Mm, Save. Let's see the actions. Fingers crossed. It's been how much time? I don't know. Almost like more than almost like 30 minutes or 40 minutes. Okay, again it's the same issue. So what I'm planning is, oh, so we have got a new thing. WSL1 is not supported. Go with WSL2. How to check the version of WSL? In my machine, WSL version. This is 2. No, 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 that's not right. Let's do. This is the updated one. Is there something I have to do? I know this is quite boring, happens when you're doing code and you will feel like I'm not gonna get up until it's not resolved. You need to spend some time on this, right? So clear. Let's do some cleanup jobs and let's do some tasks to make it heavy and let's do some package update as well. This is basically we are doing for Node. Since the Node files it was showing to be missing. This is what attracts me while doing, the setup, the coding. When one code is not working, you will try, you will give your best to fix the issue, and it will take time. So right now, it's midnight 12. I'm recording this video, and every time you try to do something, you will fix one error, the other one will come up. So that's the irony of doing something nice. Let's not do that. Okay. Install have Node.js npm install. Okay, let's do this. And what? After this, my thing, my action is already running, so I don't have to be bothered about it. Runner. Okay, this is running, which is good, but I have to uh, restart the runner. That's good. Now we will try to run this back. How? Do we have a manual option? No, we don't have it. So dispatch we have not given. So let's add a manual dispatch to run this. And for that, what I'm going to do is we will copy a small thing which is this exactly and update it into this workflow here. Let me do this the right way on workflow dispatch and save commit changes. Okay, now let's go to actions and see. I remember the first time when we triggered this, it took around 6 minutes to try, test, and fail. What's happening? Maybe it's trying to reconfigure that. Unsupported engine. So again, I hope this is going to fail. Yeah. npm fund for details. Or do we have to think in a different way? So we are currently stuck at this stage, which is build and test, right? So this time, let's try to go with a different approach. Okay, and commit changes. Now we will see what it says or goes, how it goes. So this time what change we have done is, um, now we are not doing the complete deployment in two stages. Instead, we are doing it in one stage, but this will be there. So we are going to get this error at any cost. Okay. Why is that happening? So this is my WSL terminal, and let's activate this by doing some export. Now downloading node v2020 because our node was 24, which was mismatching it. The version node hyphen v. Yeah, now we have reduced this. Now let's do a clean build. Great. Restart your runner. Start it again. How? So CD2, we are already there, and uh, sudo dot sv status running. Let's stop it. Great. Start. Done. Now what? Hmm. Now we have initiated it manually this time. We have chosen our GitHub Runner 2. Machine name this. Token is accepted. Okay, we have got similar kind of error, but wow, this time what it says, CI/CD damage test deployment. App is starting in a moment. Means we have succeeded. So that's a good news. We have got all blue ticks, sorry, green ticks. So great. How do we test it? So our deployment is successful. CD, CI, hmm. Mhm. So we will match it with the time. Okay, great. So this says that our app is running because into if we check the logs of, let's check the logs of our uh, status that we did right sometime back here. See, path NVIDIA show full actions runner deactivated successfully. No retry needed. So that's all for the day. We have successfully done that. Our CI/CD is working. We have done the setup of one GitHub repository and configured the self-hosted GitHub runner, and then we deployed a Node.js small server which is running. So thanks for watching this video. If you do like, please do subscribe and share it with your friends who need to learn. That's all for today. Good night.